Hello and welcome to my latest career video. Now this career video features former heavyweight contender Willie Meehan. So we will go through his career starting with his main opponents. So Willie Meehan, starts out with 2 fights against Eddie Campe, suffering 1 loss and 1 draw. One fascinating thing about Willie Meehan is he came from around the bantamweight region and ended up at heavyweight. So quite an incredible weight move there. Now he also fought and lost once to the great Harry Wills. I have not managed to nail down the legendary rumoured featherweight fight that a few article writers back in the day wrote that they had seen a draw between Wills and Meehan at featherweight, which would be incredible, but I've not managed to locate it yet. Next up, after Harry Wills is Jack Dempsey. Good evening, Martin. Good to see you, buddy. Now, Willie Meehan fought a 5-fight series with Jack Dempsey. Yes, Jack Dempsey, the Manasseh Mauler, scoring 2 wins, 1 loss and 2 draws. He also scored a singular win over the giant slayer Jack Dillon, another great name there, and he twice fought and lost to the great Harry Greb from 2 fights. Next up, Sam Langford, who defeated Willie Meehan defeated Sam Langford. He then fought and lost to former coloured light heavyweight champion Lee Anderson, and also lost a singular fight to the great Leo Florian Hook, another huge weight mover. Next up is Billy Misk, the former heavyweight contender and now Hall of Famer. Willie Meehan fought him on 3 occasions, scoring no wins, 2 loss and 1 draw. And then he suffered a run of singular defeats. The first is to the excellent Hall of Famer Tommy Gibbons. He also lost to former contender Martin Burke, former contender Charlie Weinert and former contender Jimmy Delaney. Next name on here is Ruth Turner, whom Willie Meehan fought on 2 occasions, scoring no wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. And he also twice fought Frank Fields, also suffering 1 loss and 1 draw. So that is slide 1 for Willie Meehan. When we go on to slide 2, we see he fought Frank Mantell, in a singular fight, scoring a win. He also scored a singular win over contender Homer Smith before fighting Tom Cowler, heavyweight contender, fighting him to a draw. Now, I'm not surprised he didn't get good results against Fred Fulton. Fred Fulton being like 6'6" and gigantic, whereas Willie Meehan was actually a former bantamweight. Fred Fulton won all 3 fights in their trilogy. He did, however, gain a win over the ghost of Joplin Jeff Clark in a singular fight before having a run of singular defeats. The first is to former top heavyweight contender Gumbo Smith. He also lost to heavyweight contender Bill Brennan and lost to Boy McCormick. So there are 35 fights listed there. Willie Meehan only scored 7 wins from there with 21 losses and 7 draws. So when we go on to his stats, Willie Meehan scored 19 knockouts, 16 of them in 3 rounds or less and 1 in the first round. Now Meehan never scored any KOs against champions, Hall of Famers or pound-for-pounders. Also as a pre-rating era fighter, he scored 0 KOs against rated fighters. He did fight 964 professional career rounds. Willie Meehan fought 0 title fight rounds, and he fought totals of 69 rounds against champions, 72 rounds against Hall of Famers, and 73 rounds against pound-for-pound fighters. Now, in much reduced numbers due to the pre-rating era tag, he only fought 72 rounds against top 10 fighters, 53 rounds against top 3 fighters, and 40 rounds against ring champions. And I'll keep saying it, he would have scored higher. Big shout out to Drunk Irishman and Random in the chat. So there's Meehan on his KOs and rounds box. So when we go on to his slide against champions, Willie Meehan had 13 fights against champions, including 4 wins, 6 losses and 3 draws. Now Meehan defeated 3 individual champions. They were Jack Dempsey. Oh, thank you, Random. I'll check. Yeah, I've been so busy for the last few days. But I don't know when you sent it, but yeah, I will check. I will check and have a look. Thank you. Appreciate that. I really do. I'll have a good look. So Willie Meehan defeated Jack Dempsey, Jack Dillon and Sam Langford. He scored knockouts over none of those fighters. As a former bantamweight, had he had done, that would have been an incredible statistic to knock out either of those 3. So when we go on to the Hall of Fame slide, we see Meehan had 15 fights against Hall of Famers, including 4 wins, 8 losses and 3 draws. Meehan defeated the same 3 Hall of Famers who were champions, Jack Dempsey, Jack Dillon and Sam Langford, and he scored knockouts over 0 0 Hall of Fame fighters. So when we go on to the final one pound for pounders, Meehan had 14 fights against pound for pound rated fighters, including 4 wins, 7 losses and 3 draws, and he defeated the same pound for pounders who were also champions and Hall of Famers, Jack Dempsey, Jack Dillon and Sam Langford, and Willie Meehan scored knockouts over no pound for pound rated fighters individually. So on to rated opponent slide now. Meehan, of course, has severely reduced numbers here over what he would have had due to him being mainly pre-rating era fighter. So Willie Meehan only ended up with 12 fights against top 10 fighters, including 2 wins, 8 loss, 2 draw. He has 10 fights against top 3 rated fighters, including 2 wins, 6 loss, 2 draw. And he has 7 fights against ring champions, including 2 wins, 3 losses and 2 draws. Yeah, very tough career, considering also he started around the bantamweight region. Had his fabled fight I've not managed to nail down in any articles. I've seen many people talking about it. The draw with Harry Wills at featherweight, because Wills was just over a £100 jockey. Yes, a jockey at one point. And Harry Wills morphed into a gigantic heavyweight in his time. But I've seen about 3 or 4 different writers saying, oh yes, he drew with Harry Wills at featherweight. I'm like, I just can't find it. So Willie Meehan anyway, okay, defeated 1 individual rated fighter and he scored knockouts over 0 rated fighters. So when we go on to title fight stats, okay, Willie Meehan had 0 world title fights, so he has a title fight record of no win, no loss, no draw, with 0 defences and title fight KOs, and thus, as a courtesy of that, he has no wins in the 3 ranking categories in title fights, nor does he have any wins against champions, Hall of Famers and pound for pounders in title fights. And when we go on to the titles, one slide, he never won a title, of course, with no title fights. He was not awarded any belts. So Willie Meehan captured no world titles, no lineal titles and no undisputed titles. Willie Meehan had a very tough career, and the one thing about someone who came from around the bantamweight region and then fought heavyweights, like Jack Dempsey, Bill Brennan, Gunboat Smith and many more, Harry Wills, many more, and other fighters who excelled at heavyweight like Sam Langford, Jack Dillon, etc. Incredibly tough career really for the small fighter he was. He had a very awkward style. He would crowd you, he would tie you up. He wasn't exactly easy to hit with multiple clean shots. So yes, he was a difficult opponent, but yeah, Willie Meehan certainly had a tough career, and he now joins my heavyweight playlist. Now this is the first time I've done any kind of career video on him. I've talked about him on my old channel quite a lot, but I've never done a career video on him before, so now he has one. And like I've said before, there are going to be many dozens, hundreds of fighters I didn't do career videos on last time who were going to be covered. A number I've covered already, and way more to cover to come. So there is my latest career video. Big shout out to all the guys in the chat. Yeah, thank you, Random. I will search and find that and have a good look. Thank you. And to Martin Drunk Irishman, yeah, and to everyone out there in the world, be well. I'm the Boxing Librarian and I'm out for now.